bit more than that. Okay, combustion of carbon-containing fuels. No, we already have it. We've already been doing it.
Wait.
It's in your packet with double replacements. Next page. Everybody was here, so I know everybody has it. All right, so carbon-containing fuels. So these guys are hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons. Mostly carbon and hydrogen. There could be some with oxygen in it. To combust something, what do you have to do, Sammy? How do you make a fire? How could you? If you were on fire, what do they do? Stop. Aha! So to combust something, you need what? You need oxygen, O2. So oxygen is going to be a reactant. All right, so whatever you have plus oxygen is a combustion. All right, and you're always going to make carbon dioxide and water. All right, products always CO2 and water. All right, now your car doesn't do complete combustion. It does incomplete combustion. So what does that mean? You're going to make carbon monoxide and water vapor. All right, a little bit more toxic. All right, when we try to do electric cars and all that other stuff, we're trying to make carbon dioxide just come out. Okay, so those compounds are containing compounds derived from the decomposed remains of prehistoric plants and animals. Such materials are known as fossil fuels. All right. How do fossil fuels get there? Yeah?
They're like the remaining carbon from the dead bodies.
Okay, so you're telling me if I put a couple carcasses in my backyard of all the deer that I see laying around, I leave them there for like 10 years, I'm going to have oil? The pressure and the heat pressure of all the weight on top of it. So you have to have a lot of crustal upheaval, creation of mountains, and you got to have that pressure, and it really pushes the stuff together to make it. I always like to ask people that question, because if not, I would just put animals in barrels in my backyard and sell the oils, but it just doesn't happen, unfortunately. Well, but it would be good if you could figure out how to, make a barrel and throw some dead things in there, pressurize it and heat it and get oil. Probably be a good idea. You'd be rich. All right, you'd be rich. All right, so they react with oxygen to produce carbon dioxide and water. These are the easiest ones, but yet the easiest ones to make a mistake on. Has the following equation. Fuel, which would be a hydrocarbon, a CXHY, whatever that may be, I don't know. Something like that. Plus oxygen makes carbon dioxide and water. When you first balancing the equations, you should follow the CHO rule. You always want to CHO it. CHO it. And you ain't too proud to CHO it. All right, so you balance carbon first. Balance carbon. Don't look at anything else. Like in the other ones, we look at the other part. Don't look at anything else. Don't look. And then balance hydrogen. Don't look. All right. And then balance oxygen. Okay? All right. On some occasions, you may need to double all the coefficients. Now, we don't do that. So we're going to go like this. We don't do that because we're going to be doing calculations with 1 mole of the hydrocarbon. So them, we're going to have to take our final answer and divide by 2, which is the most common mistake students your age make on the final exam. So we don't do that. So we just use halves. All right, we use halves. Oh my God, that's crazy. All right, so let's try this. We're going to have methane. All right, so methane plus, hopefully I can do this, oxygen carbon dioxide and water. Oh, man, I think I could do these, no problem. So, I wrote H2O, sorry. Now, you're going to leave as H. All right, unlike hydrogen hydroxide, there is no hydroxide here. So we're going to leave it as H2O. Here we go. H2O, carbon dioxide. I know what oxygen is. I don't know what methane is. Can anybody help me out with that? Anybody? Bueller? CH4. All right. H4. Here we go. All right, so CH4. Now, I'm going to balance carbon first. What do I need to do? Nothing. I don't look at anything else. Now I go to hydrogen. What do I need to do? 2. All right, now this is where, we did this yesterday in Gold Day. A couple people missed part of the explanation. Now this is how we do this. Let me change colors. Let me get this lovely color here. We're going to take this 2, and we're going to add it up to this. How many oxygens do I have there? All right, I have this 2 plus 2 over here, which is 4. Okay? 2 here and 2 waters. So 2 oxygens, right? So if I come over here and I need to divide this by this subscript. So what is going to be my coefficient? 2. All right, sorry, plus 2. All right, that's a fairly easy one. Yes?
Why do you have to divide it if it's 4 and then?
Because you have the 2 here.
Yeah, so it's just like,
If I put a 4 here, I'd have 8.
no, but you know that you already have 4 on that side, so like, why do you divide it?
I'm not sure I follow.
Like, you know how you have 4?
I have 4, yes.
How you just have 2 on that side?
Yes,
So like, why do you need to divide? Just know that 2 times 2 is 4.
that's fine.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to do that math. You just have to get it right. That makes it easier for you. You don't have to do that math. You just have to get it right. Okay, so let's try one that may be a little more challenging. Let's try a little butane. All right, a little butane. All right. All right, so I'll do the word equation. Butane plus, can't hear you. All right, you got to say it a couple times because you'll forget, and I'll say on the test is all I'll say, right? Carl, I'm going to say this. Combust butane. That's all I'm going to say. All right, I'm going to say combust butane. And then guess what happens? People, I don't know, I never remember seeing oxygen in this. I'm just telling you that. Oxygen in that? What? All right, I get carbon dioxide and what? And water. Okay, let's see if we can do this. H2O, carbon dioxide, and oxygen. I can do all those, no problem. But butane, you carry it around, don't you? Shame on you, cancer sticks. You carry a lighter around? Flick a Bic? Butane? No. All right. All right. Let me go to this lovely color, green. All right. So show it. Show it. Show it. Who wants to show it? Isaiah. Okay. I'm going to put a 4 here. And what about the H? Caitlin, what do I have to do? Okay, a 5. All right. So let's go ahead now. Now we showed. Now we're going to do the oxygen. So what does that equal? 8 plus equals. Okay, so we're going to get little notes on this. All right. So an all right, here equals 13 halves over here. You can do that? Yes, you can do that. All right, but we want to make sure that will be the number. Yes, 7. So my coefficient here is 13. If, Anthony, per se, like the problem asked you, like, what are the coefficients of this? And God forbid they give you a 13 halves, what would you have to do? All right, so for this, all you have to do, let me rewrite it, is double everything. H10 plus, oh, if I double this, what do I get? 1302, 8 CO2 plus 10 H2O. So your coefficient would be 2, 13, 8, 10. Both of those are correct, whichever is easier for you. So there's 2 ways to do it. If you see an odd number, you can write it as number over 2, or double the fuel and start over. Double the fuel and start over. Yes? Would it be what?
Wouldn't it be like different because it's not the full element? Like there's no like an extra half of it?
No, it just means there's 6.5 of it. Yes, there's an extra half, but doesn't really. You mean chemically?
No, but like wouldn't it have like different properties or something because it's only like half like.
No, what I'm saying is that only that much will react. So you may have some extra, down the line. Okay. In this won't really, you're not going to really gauge this until we start doing the math with it. Then it'll make a little more sense to you. So for now, you can do this way or you can double it. If this makes you feel happy, go ahead and do that. Just know that when you do the math, you're going to have to divide by 2. It's fine. Either way, it's fine. All right. I'm going to do one more. And I'm going to do a harder one that people had a little bit of trouble with, like methanol. 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 All right, so methanol plus oxygen. What does that yield? I forgot. Oh, yeah. You always want to say it. I didn't hear you all. I definitely didn't hear the people in the back. But you always want to say it out loud because then you can say it out loud when you're taking a test. It's all about the test. Water, I can do these two pretty easy. Carbon dioxide and water. Okay, I did those. I know I can do oxygen, and God bless Mr. Hay because he put what the formula for methanol was right there. CH3OH. That's the other half of chapter 8 that we're going to do. But you already done a little bit of the homework. Okay, so here we go. We have to show this. We have to show it. I know what I do with the carbon. Hydrogen. Okay, I'm going to put a 2 over here because, all right, this equals 4. 3 plus 1. All right, now what about oxygen? Oh, we do. Oh, we do. How many do I have here? All right, hold. This is why I chose this one. Now, take a look. Take a look. Take a look. You can't just put a 2 over here because you have this one. So I subtract my 1 from that, and I get 3. So I can do one of 2 things at this point. What could I do? Not 4 over 3. 3 over 2. Or double it. So I could have 2 CH3OH plus 3 O2 yields 2 CO2 plus 4H2O. One of those two things. But whatever you have over here, you have to subtract it off before you do this coefficient. Yes?
Why did you subtract?
What else was I going to do with it?
Well, like, I don't understand
I just
why
understand
that
why
would
you
give
did it.
the answer.
Okay, so if I put a 4 here, then I would have 8 plus 1 would be 9. Or if I put a 2 here, I'd have 5. This side only has 4. So if I don't account for this one, this coefficient will never be correct.
Oh, because they're not, okay.
Right? So you got to plug out whatever that is in order to say, okay, just on this one, I need how many? That one counts in the total of this side.
All right.
Wait, so you would just do it as if you're just focusing on the oxygen?
Well, that's all I did, yeah, because we already did the other parts already. We already showed it. We CH'd, and then we did the O's. So once I figured out how many O's I had, whatever's left in this guy, I got to subtract from that number, then I can do my coefficient over here. Otherwise, you'll try to balance it for like 10 minutes. Yes?
That was like CH2H2.
You'd yes. Okay? All right, so what you're going to do now is one